to the Boulder Bookstore YouTube channel. My name is Liesl Freudenstein and I am the children's buyer here at the Boulder Bookstore. And this is a bird-themed, Birds Save the Day themed book recommendations. The first one is The Inflatables and Bad Air Day. I do love a good pun. These are beach, what are they? They're inflatable pool toys that have been abandoned in the lost and found at the water park. They find out that there's going to be a new wave pool opening, but they have to get there in order to experience the waves and all the good treats. So they go through some interesting hijinks to get there. It does turn out that Flamingo, who's sort of our star here, and hence the bird in the story, is afraid of swans, inflatable swans. We don't know why. But there are swans, inflatable swans, that turn up in this, and it's full of silly jokes and puns and all sorts of frivolity. It is done in a graphic novel sort of format, so it's great for your early readers. It should be fun. It was really fun to read. I like that one a lot. The next one is Leave It to Plum. If you've been to the zoo, you all know that the peacocks are actually wandering around uncaged. There is a marsupial, a Ningbing named Itch, who sort of resents the peacocks who get to wander around. And so Plum, our ambassador, is very enthusiastic and manages to save all the other peacocks and their jobs as ambassadors at the zoo. So they still get to roam free. Leave It to Plum. I've always enjoyed Elise Broach. This book is called Duet, and it's about a young pianist who doesn't want to practice the piano, and a goldfinch that roosts and nests outside of the window and listening to the piano lessons. And her name is Mirabelle, and the story is told from Mirabelle's point of view. So it's really chirpy and chatty and really wonderful, and she helps this young pianist get over his reluctance to play by singing Chopin with him, and so he gets enthusiastic and does it. There is a mystery involved in the pianos that Chopin used to compose his music. One of them is missing, and so they go on this hunt to put together and find out what happened to the missing piano of Chopin. So it's got a little mystery, it's got some music, it's got some pathos, and it's really, really delightful, and I love the voice of Mirabelle the bird doing the narration. I think that's an unusual and fun vehicle to tell a story. The next one is one of my favorite books of this year, 1,000 Steps Into Night. This is a story about a girl in a vaguely Japanese inspired fantasy world where there are gods and demons and things like that interfering with human relationships and things. And Miyuko is, just an ordinary plain person who is the innkeeper's daughter. She's slightly klutzy and, sort of anticipates that her lot as a female and an innkeeper's daughter is just pretty much going to go the path that all the other daughters of innkeepers get to do. But she runs back into a demon and gets a curse, and she is slowly transforming into a female demon. So the bird in our story is she saves a magpie from being tormented by a group of young boys, and they're tormenting this magpie. It turns out the magpie is actually a spirit himself, and he's very chatty, and so he goes on the quest with Maruko and to break the curse. But along the way she discovers that maybe being an innkeeper's daughter is not necessarily what she has to do, and there's a lot of empowerment and wonderful bits and pieces. There are footnotes in it, which I always really enjoy because I think it breaks the fourth wall for me and it really brings me into the story, and I feel like I'm in on some kind of secret about what's happening in there. So 1,000 Steps Into Night is really wonderful, great summer read, and these are all the books with birds in them today. Thank you. If you like this video, please subscribe, and I'll see you next time.